Yes! Yes! Come on, let's go! Yes! Massive win for our promotion hopes at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff 1, Watford 2. Have a bit of that. Wow, that is why we love football. Those last gasp moments where the whole squad just jumps on top of each other with joy. Massive result for Watford. And a deserved result because we dominated a lot of that game, but we just didn't test the goalie enough. But the passing was crisp, the build-up was good, and we had our goal spectacularly smashed in for Adam Masina's second goal in 2 games. Who'd have thought it? We're spreading goals around the team, we're winning games, and we are not going to go out quietly because we are back into second. Come on. Wow, that was intense. Alright, well, I've done my half-time review, so go check that out right now. But in this video, we're going to talk mainly about the second half. The second half was not as eventful, actually, as the first. But in terms of that goal, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Now, in the second half, there was a little bit of a rivalry that was developing between Flint and Searauter. And I think Flint tried to take Searauter's bun out. He tried to take it out. And that obviously aggravated him. Searauter got booked. And then right at the end of the game, when the referee blew his whistle, I think Searauter got his payback and aggravated Flint. And then it all got a little bit, you didn't want to have another Bournemouth incident where it all kicks off. So luckily Masina was able to usher them down the tunnel before anything got too obvious and too nasty. So it was fine, you know, danger averted and all that. But yeah, there was a little bit of a narrative in that respect. But second half, what an absolutely massive win. That result is so big for us. I'm absolutely loving it. And yeah, up the Hornets. It is massive result. Just so big we got that because Brentford won. Obviously Swansea won earlier today. Just so big, and it's lovely to see that we're making the most of the games we've got in front of us. I mean, it wasn't easy because Cardiff frustrated us, and we didn't have as many chances in the second half as we did in the first half. So to start off that second half, on 55 minutes, great play from Ken Sema, and it was a nice little shimmy to get past the defender, work a bit of space, put in a ball, and then Sarr comes in with the header. Unfortunately, it's too soft, and the goalie is able to just stop it in his grasp. 58 minutes, Kiefer Moore. We know he's a threat. He nearly scored today, and he, you know, is a player that is having a great season for Cardiff, but he hooked a spectacular effort towards goal. A bouncing chance that was tough for him because of the rainy conditions. It might have just bounced up to him a bit too quickly, but he hooked a almost half scissor kick towards goal, and it was one that he just had too much on the shot, and it went over the bar. Pedro today holding the ball up well and creating nice little pockets of space, so a decent performance from him. He did, of course, as usual, get a little bit involved in the end of the match, and there was the thing about Flint and the little scurry, and I think Cardiff, they were frustrated about how they threw that game away, but we just took the chance when we needed it, and that is beautiful to see. But Pedro needs to, of course, stay out of trouble and, you know, just focus on his game rather than getting involved in niggly fouls. But ultimately, a good performance from a forward's point of view today. 65 minutes in, and Kiko Femenia does so well. He's so fast. He keeps the ball in, and he gets a very decent cross into the box to keep the attack alive. And basically, Chalobah is the one that goes in, steaming in with the header, and he just doesn't get the right position and angle on it. So it goes wide, and then it falls to Sarr, and Sarr just slices it. Can't get the right connection on it, and kind of just shanks it wide. It goes out for a goal kick, and it's another good chance that we have to, unfortunately, see past. 83 minutes in, and a chance where Aidan Flint really should just not overcomplicate it. It's a big opportunity. He's in a good position, close to goal. It's crowded, but he could just have a simple chance, but he goes for the spectacular and he hits it too hard, way over the bar. And at this point, I was getting nervous because a draw at Cardiff is a good result, considering Cardiff's really good run of form. But ultimately, a draw was not enough for us. We needed to search for that winner. And time again in that second half, we just felt it might not come because we just weren't getting too much chances and the ball wasn't quite falling for us. But eventually we did it. Sarr today, I think he cut a bit of a frustrated figure. At times, he's just not quite playing to the whistle. He's got to keep on running. He was just quite quiet today, Ismaila Sarr. Other than that chance he had in the first half that was hit across goal, took a deflection, and then the goalie parried it away from the post. That one was the main one, but other than that, he was fairly quiet compared to his usual high standards. And he was playing a little bit deeper today, so that struggled. It was struggle for him to get the ball and receive it in a better chance and a better opportunity to shoot. So yeah, not much going on for the Senegalese today, but he's always going to have games in certain matches that isn't quite the perfect performance. That's what every player is like. And I made a bit of a silly challenge, Ismaila Sarr on Kiefer Moore. Just frustrating that we couldn't retain the ball and couldn't quite get the ball down our end of the pitch. But actually, Sarr does do well to kind of set up the opportunity, which I'll talk about in a second. But generally, it was a very tough and, irritating second half to watch because we were just struggling to win those physical aerial duels, those aerial battles, the headers. Cardiff have got a very strong team and, players like Sean Morrison and players like Aidan Flint and, Rules and Will Vaulks, they all want to go up for a header and we're trying to battle it away. In terms of our defensive headering, I thought Sierralta was really good at that today, and obviously the own goal is unfortunate for Sierralta, but other than that, he had a very solid game. Ekong, a bit more nervy. When he's trying to play out the ball, it's always a bit of a scary one. And Kiko Femenia once again had a very decent game. We know how good he is from the attacking point of view, but also defensively he got his work and he stuck to it today. But ultimately, in the second half, it was just Watford dominant in possession, but just not making the most of it. And we needed to work the goalie more. We needed to work Phillips more. And Cardiff, you just felt both teams were dangerous on the attack and you didn't know which way it was going to swing, or ultimately could it just stay as a 1-1. So I think we're much better at the minute, especially late on in games, as creating shots is the tough thing. But we're better at the creation of passes and the build-up. It's just we need to find the right space to pull the trigger and be a bit more adventurous. But 89 minutes in, and Will Vaulks, who, has got a bit of attacking eye as well, likes a goal or two. It was a swerving shot that Bachmann had to really be careful about, keep his wits about him, and he really did get behind it to stop the Cardiff pressure. And then Sarr wins the foul, and he actually does so well here. Sarr is probably one of the most fouled players in the Championship, and the players know that because they know he's got so much skill, and he can just beat a man, he can score a goal and do a lot for a team. He's a quality player. What a great record signing. But the point is here, he does so well to make something out of nothing in a game where we're crying out for a moment of magic, just something to get us down the right end of the pitch. And he gets it, and he takes on the substitute NG. And I think it's also another Cardiff defender that's kind of trying to stop him. And he gets the ball, he receives it, then he goes round them and kind of spins it past them and gets past both of them. And then NG, I think it was, that has to pull him back, and one of the players did make the foul. So yeah, he's so tricky to deal with, even if he had a bit of a frustrating match today. Did so well to win that foul and show the skill. But then this moment of magic, and up steps a left back. He doesn't often take free kicks. He's had a few in the past where they haven't quite gone on target. But what you've got to understand, viewer, is that Watford, we have not scored a goal from a free kick since 2016 in the Premier League in a 3-2 win over Aston Villa. The 15-16 season, the season that Leicester won the league. That's how long we've been waiting. 5 years of waiting. We haven't had that player that's just got the free kick quality that we, used to have with Alman Abdi and used to have with, Toja back in the Championship days. Honestly, it's been such a long way, and that is an absolute firecracker of a free kick from Adam Masina. He just smashes it past the goalie, and I'll admit, the goalie here has a lot of questions to answer because he doesn't get his positioning right. He kind of just goes, he doesn't know what to do with his body and doesn't spread himself big enough, but he smashes it. And I was thinking when it was awarded, I was like, nah, there's no way that Masina can shoot from here. And we all said that Masina's not going to shoot. He's going to try and dink it in. But he goes and shoots, and the wait is finally over. 5 years wait, and we've got our goal from a free kick. And then when that goal goes in, the passion on Masina's face, the passion on the whole squad's face, and they just bundle on top of each other in joy, in ecstasy, because they know that is a massive, massive goal in our season. Because a dropping of points there would have been a massive blow. Psychologically, Swansea, they've still got a game in hand over us. Got to hope they lose that. But mostly, if you are, 6 points behind, there's starting to be a gap. With Swansea winning, you really can't start to fall behind. And we just got it done right at the end. So that is very, very sweet victory. Adam Masina, I'm going to give you man of the match. And I know you could say Chalobah played well. Pedro, to some extent, played well as well. But I'm going for Adam because he is the man that has ended the wait of free kicks. And what a time to do it. Late on, we used those 5 minutes to our potential. And the scenes were amazing at the end. So it's a massive win. Adam Masina now has 2 goals in 2 games, which is incredible. Great to see him putting that side of the game into his performances, scoring the goals. And it's so big we got that win because we are in second. We've just got to hope more results go our way. But it's a brilliant, brilliant win to respond from that very disappointing 1-0 loss at home against Cardiff in the reverse fixture. We've done it. We've got the win. Come on, you Horns. Pop down your thoughts about Watford's very, very good win. And, of course, check my half-time review that will be in the description.